Greetings, brothers and sisters, and thank you for taking time to participate in this training. I think you're going to find this training very helpful for you, and it's dealing with an increasingly important topic in our service as pastoral workers. What we want to look at today is the intersection of the care we provide in our normal community pastoral context, intersection of that with engaging mental health professional resources at the right time. To cover this important topic, we've assembled really, I think, a blue ribbon team of specialists. We have 4 different brothers and sisters from 4 of our communities in the region, all of them with deep experience, professional experience in their fields, in psychiatry, psychology, professional counseling, and social work. I think you're going to find their insights and their wisdom extremely helpful.
So why is the topic of mental health and how it intersects with pastoral care important to us in Covenant community life? Mental health issues are here and they're increasing. You may already be aware of that, but we want to get into a few specifics. 1 in 5 adults are affected each year with a mental health disorder, and that's only in the U.S. Globally, it's tens of millions of people struggle with their mental health every single year. And the estimate is that about half of those people who are struggling never get any help. You can see in the slide that 50% of all lifetime mental health conditions begin by age 14, and 75% of them begin by age 24. So our young people are particularly affected. In 2022, the U.S. Surgeon General declared that there is a mental health crisis for youth in our country. And that's mainly because 1 out of 3 high school students are reporting feelings of hopelessness and despair, which are indicative of depression, and also because suicides amongst young people have increased 57% over the last decade. And anxiety and depression also affect more people over 55 than any age, which, if you think about it, that makes sense because you're dealing with midlife and more chronic medical issues, and so what can manifest, you can manifest more anxiety and depression, which are considered mood disorders.
So one of the things I want you to remember, this is really an important piece, is when you're concerned about someone, it's really better to refer sooner than later. The sooner you do that, the sooner they get the help, the faster they'll improve. When you get into an issue early on, you prevent a lot of other obstacles, a lot of other things occurring that can impact their ability to improve. So just like if you were to go to a doctor, if you broke your arm, you'd go to a doctor, you'd get it x-rayed. You might take some medication for it. You'd get some advice. They might put a cast on it. All those things, you're going to that person because they're going to prevent further injury. Because if you don't, you could break your arm, could get worse. And it's the same way with mental health help.
The most important point that I would like you to take home from this presentation is that medical depression is often a symptom of another medical condition. There are plenty of people who struggle with a primary psychiatric medical condition. Schizophrenia is 1 in 100 people, whether you're in the United States or Sub-Saharan Africa or Asia. There are certain incidences for each one of the psychiatric medical conditions. However, depression, particularly, and anxiety can be a symptom of another medical condition. The most common causes would be problems with your blood, like anemia, or most commonly iron deficient anemia, thyroid problems, problems with electrolytes. Often I diagnose diabetes in my office when depression presents itself.
So let's start with talking about anxiety disorders. Anxiety disorders are the most prevalent form of mental health disorder in the United States, affecting about 40 million people. Now, the next bullet on your slides refers to a survey that someone did. I'm not sure how they got their sample, But in this survey, close to half of the people reported experiencing anxiety on a regular basis. I want to make a point right here, and that is that does not mean they all had an anxiety disorder. Anxiety is a part of life, as well as being something which sometimes reaches the point of being a particular disorder. We'll return to that idea in just a moment.